Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So here we are again with another one of these attorney from Trelawney and St. Andrew gone missing. That was the original story. Attorney from Trelawney and St. Andrew gone missing. And when that story first broke, I didn't cover it because I was in Jamaica at the time and I wasn't paying attention to Loop News, where I normally source my stuff from, the Gleaner, Star, all these entities out of Jamaica that normally give you credible news, right? When I got back, by the time I got back, and I was only gone for a week, well, with transition from Texas to, I was roughly gone for about 2 weeks. By the time I got back though, missing lawyer's body was found in a sinkhole in St. James was the update to that story. And of course, this is February of 2019. This was printed. Today is the 5th, and this story was printed on the 3rd. William Hines, popularly called Baldy, is who we are talking about. So almost a month-long research for another 65-year-old, this time an attorney at law. If you catch my previous two, one was about a practitioner, a doctor, practitioner female, same age as Baldy, and then you have another one, same age group, doctor, practitioner as well, but also a politician from Portland. So the almost month-long search for 65-year-old attorney at law who went missing last month came to an end when his body was discovered in a sinkhole on the premises in St. James. A sinkhole on the premises. I'm guessing the premises means where he lives. I would think if you're going to search for me and I am some prominent attorney, then you would start out by looking around my premises, scouring my premises first. But given that it's a sinkhole, that might have proved some difficulty, right? Then again, if there's a sinkhole on the property, and like I said before, sometimes it's not okay to compare stuff like Canada, England, and the US. For instance, if a prominent attorney goes missing in the US and there is a lake that is attached to his property, a month-long search would not go on before they drain that lake or send divers into that lake. So, or if it's a sinkhole, they'll be digging through it. And again, people are going to say, but in Jamaica, we don't have them kind of resources that's SouFLo. So you know, man just go look about the place to walk for police and them not see nothing. So them say, all right, it's not here, so I'm probably gone somewhere else. We all know by now that if you're missing in Jamaica for a month, then your family can pretty much start planning a funeral. I just saw the thing go. All right. The deceased had been identified by family members as Trelawney native William Hines, otherwise called Baldy, who resided in Mona, St. Andrew. All right. So that's funny because the doctor who was found floating or submerged in the pond at the University of the West Indies was also from an address in Mona, St. Andrew. Matter of fact, she was found at the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies. They were quick to say that there was no foul play in that case. Like, within hours of finding the body. Preliminary investigation by police. I don't know what kind of preliminary investigation police had done, but quickly, the university was quick to disassociate themselves in every way possible. Hey, look, she was not a student here. She was not a member of our staff and faculty here. She And we check with the police, and the police, according to their preliminary investigation, there is no kind of foul play attached to her thing, and now the body has gone out for further investigation and autopsy. When that come back, we will see what happens. No one's in danger, but we're going to beef up security anyways. That was the outcome of that so far. Still waiting for the autopsy to come in from that one. Following reports that attorney Baldy went missing on January 5th. Remember, I know today is February 5th. This was published on February 3rd of 2019 here. So following reports that the attorney went missing on January 5th, searches by family members and the security forces were unsuccessful until Saturday afternoon, February 2nd. So from January 5th to February 2nd, they are saying that there was a frantic search by security forces. That long. When a group of persons comprising of family members returned to Hines Farm in Orange Hill District in the border of St. James and Trelawney, where the body was found in the hole. So it wasn't until this time family members gathered up with security forces and said, make we go back over which part him live, over him property, over him farm, and look over there good. And this is when the body was found in a sinkhole. How were they able to find it? I don't know. The police who were summoned visited the scene to gather evidence. Indications are that blood was first seen on the property, which led the search party to the hole. Alright, so foul play much, right? The hole has since been penetrated. No pun intended. The hole has since been penetrated. Oh God. That's how we stay in the Jamaican people. Sometimes we have to take serious things, make joke or inject some humor into serious situations, or else we'll end up just being sad, somber and crying people. I know somebody are going to come down in the comment section and say, SouFLo, I found that distasteful that you actually laughed in the middle of such a cool down, man. Cool down. The hole has since been penetrated. I can't even say it with a straight face. Resulting in confirmation that the body is below in the surface. So at the time they published this story, there was blood found on the property. So how come that blood that wasn't found on the property before? Or maybe the body was somewhere else, or maybe them didn't look good enough first time, but this time with family members around they thoroughly looked. I don't know. Maybe after they were gone, the body was moved back there and somebody said, go over there so I'll put it in the sinkhole. But who would know that there's a sinkhole on your property unless it's somebody that knows your property? Is this a high value property? Somebody wanted a property there? However, the help of fire personnel had to be sought to extract the remains out of the hole. That effort is expected to be mounted on Sunday. The attorney's Nissan pickup truck is reportedly still missing. In a small island like Jamaica, I find it very hard to understand when I'm outside of the island how a vehicle can go missing. And I don't care if you're there at Portmore and at Ochi, them have your vehicle. The island's still small, right? But when you're in Jamaica and you put boots on the ground and you start moving around and driving around in Jamaica, I can tell you this. Given the terrain of how Jamaica is set up, you will get to see that. And this is why I'm telling people tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to do a video because I just came back from Jamaica, but I'm going to go live because I want to talk live to you about this whole don't go back or don't return movement, the scare that we had where it seemed like returning residents were being attacked and killed they had 1 returning resident murdered for every month of 2018. 3 in one of those months, right? Where in 2019, I made a big deal out of it all year, and I owe it to you to come now and tell you I just got back from Jamaica. I had boots on the ground there. I went to a lot of places there, covered a lot of ground while I was there, and I have things to say. So stay tuned for the live tomorrow, all right? But being on the ground in Jamaica, I will reveal this and say I can honestly see how bad man have enough place for hide. Gunmen have enough place for hide. Murderers have enough place to dash their bodies. And vehicles can go missing. Believe me. And it has to do with how we look at it geographically and say, but it's a small place, man. It's only this wide by this big, but when you set foot in it, you feel like you're, especially driving through it and across it and around it, it feels as if you are in some huge other place for those of you who've moved around in foreign countries then. So in other words then, enough place there. That's what I'm saying. This particular case though, there's only one comment here and the person said, well, I hope they find the evil people who deal with them accordingly. In this case, condolences to Baldy's family. And we must always be careful of the people that we let into our lives. We must always be careful of the people that we let into our lives. Some people come into your life to destroy you. Some people come into your life for your resources. Some people come into your life for use you as a stepping stone. Some people come into your lives to gain wisdom from you and to contribute nothing in return. Take, and leave. And sometimes they do not leave you alive. Sunshine G. And that's the only comment. Alright. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. I'm out. Peace.